And how was it auditioning for that role?
So that one I did on tape as well.
On tape?
Yeah, and that was kind of a trip because they kept sending different roles. I think at that time they were really picky, and so like they were going across the country trying to find the right person. I think that's also what made it felt more special, right? Because like, damn, because they sent me one role, they're like, "I'll try this role, try that role," and then they finally found that role that they wanted me for. So that one was cool. But ultimately, actually, I like live auditioning more than anything in person.
Yeah.
I like that. I think because all of us, right? I think being on stage, I come from stage, right? Whether it's doing magic, whether it's doing theater, and I like that adrenaline. Like you got to get it right. You know, they're watching you. You got to get it right. You know, and like, or if you screw up, how do you cover for it without it being a problem? And so
improvise.
Yeah, how do you improvise or push through your lines or whatever? So, and I think it also gives you an advantage against other actors. I think a lot of actors don't have that, like game time face, you know,
that crunch time.
Yeah, it's like the pressure, your heartbeats or whatever. So I think that's kind of what sucks too with COVID and everything. It changed it to now we're doing so much on video, so it's cool because we can audition from the Bay. We were talking about earlier going to Austin or whatever. Like I can audition for wherever I'm at, but at the same time, like I like the being able to like,
they're missing out a little bit.
Yeah, when you weed out the competition, you can kind of, and plus in person, man, you meet them. I just did one.
Exactly. Yeah.
I did one live. It was live video, but it was kind of neat because they offered you. Now the union made a rule where you can, you can offer to be live, like via Zoom or whatever, or do it on tape. And there's a lot of comfortability doing it on tape, right? Like recording, because retake if you mess it up. So a lot of actors love doing it that way. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it in person. Just haven't done it in a while. And sure enough, I usually don't get a lot nervous, but first time in a long time doing the rest of the heart start beating. I'm like, all right, let's get it going. But I liked having that energy.
The good anxiety.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then when I was talking to them, and they were cool. They were nice. Like, yeah, let's try it again. We want to do. And they start giving me a little direction. So it was kind of just neat because then they're kind of interested. All right, because that was one thing I would tell. I teach acting every once in a while, and I tell my students the same thing. I go, look, if you go in there and audition, and they say thank you. Just leave the room. They weren't interested in you at that moment. Like, but
if they say thank you,
they say, all right, thank you. But if they like, all right, if they give you a direction, that's how you know they're interested. If they're like, oh, that was good. Like a little trick I tell you, like, so is that good? You want to see it again? If they'll say yes or no, But if they're kind of curt with you, and it might not be that you did a bad job.
You want to see it again? No thanks.
And it might not be that you did a bad job. It's like, you're not as tall as I thought you were. You're not as whatever short I thought you. Whatever, your voice isn't what we thought it was. But the thing is, that's what's cool when live, because you can see it and you can get the vibe. Like, all right, I did a good job, or I didn't do a good job, or whatever. On video, you don't know, one, if they saw it, or even two, maybe they did see it for 30 seconds, but they didn't finish it. Nah, we're done. Here, they're gonna see the whole thing.
They lost the tape. Someone lost the tape.
They got internet went out. Internet went out.
Virus came and ate it up.
But they watched the whole thing. And so at least so live's really cool. But
I went to an audition once, and someone told me, "Don't ask, what are you looking for?" I don't know if that's the thing. Like,
well, because a lot of times they'll say, like, "Do you have any questions?" Right, and usually that's kind of a courtesy. Right, but if you say, "Yeah, what are you looking for?" It's time then. Well, didn't you do your work? Right, because what they want to see is you made a decision.
Right.
Now, it might be the wrong decision, but if it's a decision and you committed and you do a good job, they'll know. All right, he made the wrong decision, but it's because he or she doesn't have the whole script. But now and then, if they like it, they'll direct you. Say, okay, that was great, but now, boom, do this. Actually, take it from a place where whatever, and they'll give you a direction. And there you go. When they saw you're a good actor too, they're interested, and they'll help you at that moment. But if you go in there asking, they're like, well, why don't you show us what you got, and we'll go from there.
Now that we got your attention, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. New episodes of The Voice Party premiere every Monday at 6 a.m.